Hello, everyone. This is Rachel with Rachel's Creative Space. I'm here today to kind of go over what my planner is for this year. And I thought I would go over some basics I use all the time. For those who don't know, I have just done my first full year of doing a planner. And this is my Hobonichi cousin. You can see it's quite thick and well loved. I did the Avec, so it's 2 books, one for the first half and one for the second half, because I watched a lot of people's videos, a lot of YouTubers, and one of the issues they have with the large book would be it got so thick that it was very hard to write near the end of the year. And you can see my pages get full. So I decided to do the Avec. I really like it, but there's certain things about the Hobonichi I don't like. For instance, they have all this writing on the bottom and stuff like that. It takes up a lot of your space that you could be using. But there's a lot of things I really loved about it too, and it was a great planner for me. But I wanted to try the Sterling ink, and that's what I'm using this year. And I'm using the common planner, but I'm doing the 2-book version yet again. Now, unfortunately, they're not dated on the inside for the 2-book version. The 1-book version comes undated or dated, I believe. And they are a little different as far as their setup, how things go. So this is again, the 2-part. I have not decorated my cover. Sorry for the glare, but it does have a clear cover on it right now. I've put a couple of vinyl stickers that I want to use. I haven't pulled out my other ones, but I thought I would use these two to start with. So my setup is not completed yet. So just wanted to let you know that. But I wanted to get on here and get this done real quick. I am also using the Coffee Monster Co.'s monthly sticker sets. And because since it is undated, the dailies are undated, I've got the stickers from Sterling ink. They're washi stickers, and you can see I've only put 3 of them on. So you will see that coming up. So for the monthly calendar, I use Coffee Monster Co. Calendars to put over it because I like how pretty it is. This is more of a journal book for me than it is a functional planner. So I want to put that out there. Everybody does things different. I have a different planner for functional. So the first 2 pages here, I've done a vision board. I'm not done with this. I'm going to add some more to it, but this is going into 2026, and this is about my one little word for the year is light. So I will be adding some things to that. Now, there are differences, like, I think this one will be a better one to show you. Hold on. So, like, with the Hobonichi, there's a blank page before each of the daily pages start. At the beginning of each month, there's a blank page, and that's where I did my vision board. So with this one, it doesn't have that. So there's different pages in this one that's not in a Hobonichi, like goals. So like there's goals here. I'm not using that. This is a goal breakdown. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do, but I was thinking about doing the 1,000 hours outside challenge for the year. And I could do that on one side and maybe something else on the other side, and I can just cover up this part. As you can see, I put sticky notes coming up with my ideas. A yearly tracker, and I do track. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. Should have put some things on here. As you can see, I did do a tracker. On this, though, so it has the whole year, but this is broke up into 2 books. So I really don't need this side. I would only need this side. So, not sure how I would do that yet, but I'm still thinking about there's less. So like I had more spaces to track things. I'm thinking I can combine some of these. So that was my thought there. Let me put that there so I keep my place. I know where I'm going. This is the part, let me go over here. You can see how they do goals quarterly here. And you can have it this way, and then you break it up into more of a daily goal and stuff like that. Again, I'm not using that. I'm going to do my vision boards on these pages. So I've already got that one. Since the other one in the Hobonichi was one-sided, or, you know, one page before you started your journaling, or how I use it is for journaling on the daily pages. These are one after another. So this is going to be January. This is going to be February. As you can see, I already decided on putting these in here. I've just got a couple of words here. The months and a word that I just pulled to see. I use magazine clippings to do that. Again, this represents my one little word, light. And this will be my March. I had pulled this one out of a magazine because March is my birthday. So I thought that would be a perfect vision board. And I have done no more, as you can see. But I put little sticky notes so that I know what I want to do. But we get into it. And again, this is a half year. So it only goes to June. I got a couple more pages because even though it's a half year, they still do a full year of goals broken down in this. So I'm thinking I'm going to put in here the Tombow markers that match the Coffee Monster Co. Monthly kit or monthly stickers. So this would be January. So the markers that would match that. And I will show you, let's see. Is it back here? Yeah. So this was the markers that matched in the 2025 line. This is the Tombow. This is the mild liner. And what I did was on this calendar page that was facing it, I actually swatched it out with my actual marker so I would know what it looks like on this specific paper. And as you can see, it can be a little different when you're looking at it versus something you print off. So I liked that. This year it's a little different. They do have it with the colors on it, but they also have, Helen created one that has the numbers, but it's blank so you can do your markers. The only thing with that is if you're putting it on paper and then here it's not this paper. So that's a little different. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, maybe doing it here and here, or just here and something else here. Then we get into the monthlies. The monthly is, of course, it started in December. I can use this for anything I want. For instance, I'm going to bring this back, and I'm thinking about doing this again. So one of the things I did was swatch washi tape that I got as I got it. I also put sticky notes that I bought or were given. And I also used the stickers off of my orders to put into my journal to see how many. I keep calling it journal instead of planner because I use it mostly for journaling. So that I could see my orders and things like that. So again, I can use this page for tracking one of those, or tracking or doing pen swatches, ink swatches. See, like in the back of the Hobonichi, it has all of these pages that I never used. I mean, I don't even know what it says. You can get an English version, but they were sold out at the time. So you can see where I tried different inks over here, something like that. But I can actually try different pens and inks and do that on these pages if I wanted. So and then we get into January. You can see where I did a little bit on here. I did a little bit in my planner. Let's see. Let me see, July. See, like I hadn't done anything with this one. Where is... Oh, yeah. So you can see here, I used the Coffee Monster Co. last year. I covered, it says January there, or February, or whatever the month is. And there's a sticker that says it. I put it over here so I could look quicker, but really didn't matter to me in the end. So I put it here just like it is on the page. So I tracked a gratitude every day. Something I was grateful for, no matter how big or how small, how insignificant or very significant it could be. So what I did was stamp hello, February, grateful for, and then I put gratitude at the top. I kind of covered areas with washi. I don't know why I didn't go all the way over on this one. I can't remember. Anyway, so that's what I did each month. I think I was covering the dates, but that's what I did with that. This year, as you can see, I didn't cover the numbers or anything. This year, I'm covering the numbers. I am using the bullet journal sticker set from the Coffee Monster Co. And I'm going to check my camera here. Yeah, it looks like it's doing okay, except for that it shakes when I get up. So I use the stickers there since it's the colors of the month. And what I'm going to do in this is similar to a gratitude, except for it's going to be glimmer. I had her name written down. Oh, Planned and Planted on YouTube had done this, and I thought it was a great idea. It kind of also lends to my one little word of the year for light. So, and again, it's much like being grateful, but something, little glimmers is what she called it. So it would be something that was good in your day, right? It just, even the smallest of things. You could have had a horrible, terrible day, but someone told you your hair was very pretty today, right? Something that brought you a smile to your face, a little joy, a little happiness, something bright, because not every day is a good day. So I like that idea. Very much lends to my one little word. So I think that's what I'm going to do here. I have not figured out what I'm going to do here. Probably still do my, I tracked my orders. I really liked that. So like, because I know in the past there have been several times that, did I get that order? Because I would be so busy at work and so busy at home and on the go so much, I would forget if I got something or didn't get it. Then I'd have to go look for the items that I had ordered, or I have several subscriptions and did I get them? So this was a good way for me to be able to track those. So that goes through, and it does have a July. So again, I can use this for something else. Maybe one of the trackings that I don't do on one of the other pages. I do suggest, if you're new, that if you have a page you're not going to use, or you got extra pages in the back of your planner or something like that, this is Tomoe River paper. So some things don't always work great on it, but I love it because it keeps things thinner. You will have some, let's see if I can find where I tested those. You will have bleed through on some, or you can have just ghosting. And ghosting's okay because once you use the other side, see, I stamped different inks, and I put them over here so I could test it. This was some markers I was testing for smudging. Those were some pins I got, but you can see most of it had ghosting, but this one had more bleed through than any of them. This one right here. So it's a good way to test your paper and stuff so you don't ruin pages that you would be wanting to work on. Then we get into our weeklies. Weekly, I am definitely going to do it the same. As you can see here, I put what I do all the time. Then over to the side, I put highlights for the week. I do Project Life and other things, but I cannot do them on a weekly basis, and I fall behind because I go to week-long conferences. I go visit my son and grandchildren for a week at a time. I'll take a vacation. I went and helped my sister when she had surgery. So there's lots of times I can't do all that stuff, but having things written down in conjunction with my pictures that I've taken and stuff like that helps me know what I've done. And I also able to track different things also. So I will continue to do that. I love doing that. I put Coffee Monster Co. stickers up here. I will say I goofed. I goofed because, where are they? Oh, right here. On this bullet journal one, these stickers were on it. And I go, oh, that would be cute. But there's only 7. And how many weeks do we have in each month? 4 to 5. So her shop is on pause right now as they're taking a bit of a vacation. So when her shop's back up, I'm going to see if I can get just these, because that way I can continue the same thing. If not, I maybe will use some other things and change it up a bit. So I'm going to use that the same. Then we come into the dailies. So, again, there's no dates on the dailies. So that's where I'm using the stickers. So I actually counted how many pages, or checked how many pages I would need to have 1 page per day for the 6 months, to see if there was an extra page that I could use for my vision board in between each month, like I have in the Hobonichi. But there's not, and that's why I did the vision boards up here. It works out fine. I just preferred it to be before, but it is what it is. I did have 1 extra page, so I'm using it at the beginning. I'm going to do another thing. I don't know if I'm going to write something. That's why there's nothing here. If I'll do a second vision board, maybe I'll put a bunch of words that I think of when I think of my one little word, you know, companion words. Don't know yet, but I'm going to use it somehow with that. And then I will have to put my dates on here. But you can see it's a full page grid, unlike in the Hobonichi, where I used washi to cover things, and that's when it starts getting so thick. This one, not quite as bad, only because I have a lot more still to do here. See, like I went to Key West here for the weekend. Oh, God, we had so much fun. And I do have the writing for this. It's in another journal I got transfer. But you can see how then I went to a new vision board, and it keeps going. So that is all I have for this right now. I'll give you more of that later as I decide. So I did want to go over a few things. If you're new to planning, planners, journaling, a few things that I've been using, not necessary for everybody, obviously, because you're going to want to do what you like to do, but you might want to consider certain things as you move along and change things, just like I did. So I do like my vinyl stickers. These are vinyl, to decorate the cover, because they hold up way better than any of the others. Obviously, stickers of any kind and washi. Again, I got the Coffee Monster Co. Monthly stickers. These are Hobonichi because the same size works in the Sterling Ink Common Planner. And I love these. I love all the icons. I use them for my dailies. As you can see, I used these already in there. I love the little Post-it notes, all of those. So I do use multiple companies. Anybody that I like what they've got out there. You don't have to stick with just one. Matter of fact, if you watch any of the YouTube videos from various companies, a lot of times they use other people's stuff too, because everybody has a different style, or they create different types of things than what they actually create. You know, the other company creates different than they do, and they want to use those too. And it's supporting one small business to another. So I use a lot of Coffee Monster Co. And where did I put them? Right here. I'm starting to learn Once More with Love. I really love hers. As you can see, here's Coffee Monster Co. Nightingale Paper Company. Love her stuff too. So I get different ones. Coffee Monster Co. and Once More with Love are in Canada. Nightingale Paper Company is in the U.S. And I am in the U.S. So, but I love these. They're awesome. But with that, you also need storage. So, obviously, you need a way to store your things. As you can see here, this is all of the first half of the year. I got the second half of the year coming for the Coffee Monster Co. monthlies. So this is February. You can see how the colors vary. But they match a lot too. I mean, same color schemes, right? Same hues. So then like March is very pastel-y. So I just have these by the month all together. And that way I know where to find them. Now, all of my others, because I also buy just loose sheets, not like this, where it's all planned out for the year. Unfortunately, these do not fit in that little container. I practicing with this index card box. They fit in there. The only problem is if you have index cards. So I just wrote in pencil on this because I'm trying to see what works and what doesn't before I make a decision. It's too small because these are actually almost just as tall, so they don't stick out like this to where you can see it easier. So I might have to make my own and see if the box will still close. Or I could find a bigger box where those longer ones would fit also. So you'll see I got Once More with Love, Nightingale. See, like this, there's only 2 left. And I've got it by types and things like seasons and holidays, all kinds of things. So it's just seeing what works before I commit. I will say this, that it might seem like a lot, but I've spent a little over a year buying some on a regular basis. A little here, a little there, a little here, a little there, plus getting the monthlies and stuff like that. So most of them have various subscriptions of different types that you can check out. One that I just started is Once More with Love. This subscription is a snail mail subscription. As you can see, it comes from Canada. And I'm a stamp collector, so I love these stamps. I don't have a lot from Canada. Yes, I've been collecting stamps almost my whole life. And I'm old. Anyway, this I started, and this is part of the kit. I think it might have been part of the kit. And there's another one. I don't know where I set it right now, but it's really, really cute. That's a vinyl sticker, but what you see here is not what you get every month. This is the inaugural first mailing, and so there was extras in it. So you get a dedicated sticker sheet set each month. That's not sold, so it's only for the subscribers. You get a postcard, and it's a real postcard that you could actually use. For me, I might use it in my project life because it is 4x6. Just saying. Fits perfect. And then there's a collector's card, and you can see all the gold on this one. She's been in business for 10 years, which I thought was really pretty. You get a letter from her every month. As you can see, letter number 1. And so one of the freebies we got that wouldn't be normal would we got a magnet of the calendar year all drawn out in her stuff. And sorry, this is covered. Isn't this so cute, though? Let's just see that. My address is there. I don't want that out on the internet. So anyway, I wanted to show you that. I think the Coffee Monster Co. might be starting something like that also, which I want to sign up for. And I also get a new subscription. I did not get the first 3 because I didn't know about it. I didn't pay attention. Everyday Explorers has a planner kit now, and I joined it. And in this kit, you get a 3x4 clear stamp set, a pack of 6 sticker sheets, and a washi sampler. These all have 3 designs, but I think this month 2 designs because I think it's a wider washi and a normal one. Anyway, you can see the color schemes here. The actual, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm tired. It's getting late. Theme. What the theme is for that month. So Teeny Joys, Chill, and Reviews. On the back side, you get a peek of the actual items. And there's a bigger swatch of the colors. And then ideas on how to use your stickers and stamp set and stuff like that with ideas on things to journal. So I've only gotten the 3 months. So just a quick little see, but... And the other thing I wanted to say is you could actually cut these up and use them later, especially after you've used up most of your stuff in your kit. So, sorry, that does not come with that on there. That is me for when I put it in all my rest of my stash. So there's the stamp set. Here's your washi sampler. And you'll see some gone here because I've used them. So word phrases, some blocks of color, words, looks like little washi pieces. So they each vary a little bit. Some clear ones, and a letter, and some labels. So they vary each time. So I just wanted to show you those. I love, they come in this pouch. Her stamps come in this pouch, which I buy these for my stamp sets because most of them don't have that, but Everyday Explorers includes that with theirs. So I do like that. Makes it easy to go. Like when I'm out of town and stuff, I can take some stuff with me and try to keep up on my planner and stuff. So I mentioned stamps. I have all kinds of stamps that I can use. Some are specific for planners. Like I got this at Tuesday Morning when they were still in business. And then like this one is a Recollections one. Heidi Swap. This was from Joann's. It was the Miss Sparkle and Company. I just grabbed that to show you. Doesn't necessarily mean one I was using or anything in this, but Allie Edwards, I get a monthly from her. That's Heidi Swap, Stop the Blur. Like this is Scraptastic. They're not even in business, but this is from 2016. But you know, I mean, I can still use it. a lot of Allie Edwards words and stuff. Look, that's Scraptastic. Ellie Studio, that's more of a planner one. So these are just smaller ones, but any stamp sets will do. So with that, you need some kind of ink. This is something I got off of Amazon. It's a chalk ink. You want a ink that's going to sit on top of the paper and dry versus soak into the paper. So a dye ink is not a good ink to use in a planner like this. So definitely, depending on what type of paper is in your planner, definitely be testing it first. Just know that if you do, if you have a paper like mine, that you're going to use something that sits on the top, but that means you also have to allow it time to dry. Otherwise, you're going to smear it. So I like these because I got a big pack of variety colors. If I can find it on Amazon again, I'll link it below. So they work really good. I would like to get some different colors though. Other things I've mentioned already. Obviously, you're going to need pens. Now, I have a variety of pens. At first, I was using the Sarasa Mark-On 0.5. I really do like it. I like the fine point. This is by Zebra. It works really well. And then I also was using the Pilot Precise V5 RT. It's also a fine point. It works really nicely also. This one takes a moment longer to dry than this one, than the Sarasa. I still use them some, but definitely try different pens. What works for me might not work for you at all, vice versa. But you have to try them to see what you do like. So I did buy a fountain pen. I was really leery about starting to use fountain pens. So I got this one. It is a TWSBI Eco something. I can't read that. It's too light. And I like it. But to me, it was supposed to be fine. It's more closer to a medium than it is a fine nib. But I still use it, as you can see. And I really do like it. You do have to learn about the pens. I just tried a black ink. What I like about this is that you can change ink colors and stuff. So not a bad first try. It's very inexpensive. Got it off of Amazon. Then I tried this one. The one bad thing about most or all fountain pens is screw top. You cannot let these sit out. They will dry out and ruin the nib. So you have to constantly keep the lid on. This is a Write-Tec. The difference on it, it's a click. It comes out of the barrel. It has an airtight lid. So you're able to just click it. Oops. And the nib is more of a fine tip. I really love it. Now, with that being said, the bad thing about this one is it takes cartridges. So they run out a bit quicker than what fountain pens do that you fill, but they're cleaner, neater, and this is great for on the go. So like when I'm traveling and stuff like that, it's a great pen. I have no problems with that pen so far. Then I have a couple of Tombow Fudasanuki pens. I use this a lot, like if I'm doing lettering or a doodle, which I'm not great at. I will admit I am not the best drawer. But one's a hard tip, one's a soft tip. And it's great to be like if you did a bubble letter, like this is a soft tip right here, right? It can go around anything that you use, any markers. And this one's the hard tip, I think. Yeah, this is the hard tip. You can get them individually, hard tip, soft tip, or you can get it as a pack of one of each. Again, I just got it off of Amazon. The other thing I like to have on hand is a good pencil to sketch something out. You know, if I wanted to sketch out that bubble letter first, you know, and then fill it in and do an outline. And I like to have a good eraser. These are not good erasers. This is a good eraser, you know. But I like having this that you fill in as a Pentel click eraser, because you can put it up, put it down as far as you want, refill it. Much more convenient, but you can get the ones that are, you know, the little square ones and use them too. No big deal. Next thing that is nice to have on hand, some type of marker. I would not say use alcohol markers because they would soak in too much to the paper. This is a water-based marker, Tombow's. I use them also in my scrapbooking and other things. So they're dual nib. So you get the brush tip and then you have a hard tip. And that's what I used a lot in my monthlies, writing my stuff out. I just tried to get a color that matched that month or the washi or something like that. And then also a mild liner marker. This is by Zebra. Again, a chisel point and a bullet point at the back. So you do get two different markers. They both work very well on the Tomoe River paper. Then I also use things, a couple of other things. Scissors, a good trimmer, a ruler, which I use a lot on washi. So I have a lot of washi that I use. Some washi starts from the left and rolls to the right, and some do it the opposite. But you get it on the paper, and I'll show you. In the book, you know, you can only go so far, and then you'll just want to tear it, and the ruler will help you keep a nice straight tear. So just a variety of washi is always good. Sticky notes. These are from Coffee Monster Co. These are like little ones, but big ones. You might want a clip. This is a smaller one, but I have bigger ones too, because sometimes you might want to sit here and clip down your pages to help keep things flat. I also use some pencil boards and things in between pages to help, because after you start putting things in your pages, right? So like you got that here. If you were on this side filling this out, for instance, it's going to make a little bit of a dent or a bump, but it also makes things a little bit smoother for you. It also helps catch any ink in between when you're going forward. Let's say you've written on that side and you got to write on this side, but now you're closing it. If you go to this one, you know, it helps. So I always try to keep those. Then it's good to always have a little bit of white tape, whiteout type tape. Blah, 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 blah. Can't talk. This one is a Tombow Mono Correction Tape Mini. It is narrower than your average one, which is great to actually get on an actual line a little bit easier than the regular size. So I like to keep that because we always make mistakes or have issues with something and need to white it out. The other thing I like to have is I have this set I keep with my planner of tweezers. It comes as a 2 set. One is curved, one is straight, with little protectors because those are very sharp. And I will link those below too. These are actually considered a beauty item, but it works great for your stickers and stuff to place them. So like these are pretty good size, right? This is small, and I got some that are smaller than that. And it helps you be able to put it on your page. Again, some good scissors work too. And those are just some basics. Oh yeah, here's something I do have. Would not be necessary for everyone. But for instance, if you wanted to do a vision board and if I can get those apart here. It's got a little bit of stickiness on it right now. I got this from Linda Loves Creating on YouTube. I put it right here because it helps keep the edges of these they're taped down. That's the other thing I meant to show you, is a type of adhesive. So well, I don't know where I put it. Anyway, a type of adhesive. I have a rolling adhesive, which I do not use for my regular scrapbooking because I live in Florida. It's very humid. For my scrapbooking, it doesn't work as well. But the Tombow Air Touch, I love it for doing in my planner. This is just a refill. I don't know where I put it. I just had it because I was just using it. Anyway, I put it in between the crease here to keep that edge down. So as it gets thicker and stuff, it doesn't bow up. So this is called Artist Tape. And again, you can get it from Amazon. There's different widths. So very useful. Very useful. I really like it. I love watching other people. You get such good ideas from other people. And again, I'm a newbie pretty much at this. I've only completed the 1 year. And sorry, my nails are so dirty from messing with plants. The other thing I do like to add to my planners is ephemera. So like these were some Dove chocolates that had little sayings, and I thought, oh, those would be cute to use. Let's see. Oh, it's not in this one. I was thinking of a certain day and where I just used one of those, but no. Let's see if I have some. So like here, this was a card that I got in an order that I used, right? This was a sticker a vinyl sticker from Lorelai's in Alamorada on our Keys trip. Where I drew, see, where I used markers and made some pepperoni pizza. Oh, here's one. So here's a sticker from Nightingale Paper Company. It was my first order, so I wanted to put it on there instead of in the back. Here is one of those chocolate things. This was from a, it's a die that I got from Heidi Swap. So I was able to make that, put that in. You can see different stickers here. Any kind of stickers will work. Here's some stamping. So it's a little bit of everything if you see here. Here's some stamping. There's stamping. Checklist of to-do things. So all kinds of stuff, right? You can use just about anything. I've got washi tape from the washi tape shop. These are just pieces that I cut apart that I wanted something else that was there. So I put these in a baggie so I wouldn't lose them and use them. This happens to be just nothing but the Christmas ones. Because some of theirs, that's the other thing. Some washi tape is solid and some has got the kiss cut where you can pull off the individual items. These happen to be solid, so I have to cut them out. I do prefer the kiss cut. So, and as you can see, some way to hold your items is fine. So, again, I am no expert at this. Just thought if it might help you, if you're new or about to start, take a look at different videos. See what will work for you. Try something. If it doesn't work, it's okay. Like you might not want do vision boards, so you might not need magazines to cut out of, right? I like doing the vision boards, and so far I'm going to continue it. But there's nothing that says you can't change something in the planner. You don't have to stick with it. Like I said, I want to continue doing my weeklies where I put what I do each day. What I did. So I have it for my Project Life. It is a game changer when it came to my Project Life. I'm able to open it up, go to that week, and go, wow, oh, I forgot all about that. Oh, yeah, I did that too. Or it sparks another memory, and not just based on your pictures. For me, I love that. You might want to use it as a functional planner, planning out each of your day. Like I said, I have something else that's a functional planner, so I don't need that in this. That's not what my plan is. My purpose is for this particular planner. Do what works for you. But guess what? If I was to all of a sudden say, okay, when I go into this next book, I want to change it. I don't like how this is working. Try it. If you don't like it, change it up. Change it to something different. It's okay. So if you have any questions, just list them below. I'll try to answer anything. If you're a newbie to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Let me know if you want to see more content like this. I plan on going over my 2025 planner sometime as I have time. I do work full time, even though I'm on that countdown to retire. I'm very busy. But, we can learn from each other. If you have ideas for me, put them down below. I'd love to see them. And subscribe to my channel. If you want to continue to see things, give me a thumbs up. And thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.